0.9% to close at 103,598.50 points. Sincere apologies for the wrong color interpretation on screen. And moving on, I'm interested to know that a total of 576,414,542 shares, which are valued at 8,980,171,922 naira, beg your pardon, 61 kobo were traded across 11,546 deals with equity capitalization of 63 trillion. 604,213,983,036 naira. It may interest you to also know that the biggest gainer, as far as that category, biggest gainer and losers of the day is concerned, the biggest gainer of the day was Score, which rose by 10%. Other gainers were the likes of Chelaram, Guinness, Transpar, and Lasaco. Now, on the other hand, Nemeth topped the losers list with a decline of 9.88%. Other losers were the likes of John Holt, International Energy Insurance, Sovereign Insurance, and Austin Laz. We'll go on a quick break, and when we return, we'll be looking at activities from other selected exchanges. I'm talking about the likes of the New York Stock Exchange, the London Stock Exchange, the Chinese Stock Exchange, which of course comprises the Shenzhen and Shanghai exchanges. All of that after this time out. The Afia Business Morning and indeed Opening Bell. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Great to have you rejoin us, and welcome back to the Afia Business Morning, and you are watching Opening Bell. We're moving straight to the floors of all our featured exchanges, and we're continuing with the exchange at New York, where it is mostly dips in index values across the board, with the only two stocks that are up being that of the NYSE Composite DJ, up at 0.09%. NYSE US 100 index is also up 0.08%. However, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is down at 0.32%. The S&P 500 index also down at 0.29%. The NYSE FANG TM index down 0.21%. Nasdaq Composite, Nasdaq 100 both down at 0.50% and 0.58% respectively. Now, moving away from that, let's take a trip to London now. London, well, it's almost all the dips, except, of course, for FTSE 100, which recorded no activity at all at 0.00%. And away from that, the FTSE 250, FTSE 350, FTSE All-Share Index all down at 0.01%, 0.64%, and 0.64% respectively. Now the question is, will that be the same case scenario when we go to China? Well, Moving on to the floors of the Chinese Stock Exchange, topping off at Shenzhen. It's a reverse, pretty much the reverse of what we saw on the London Stock Exchange, where all are up. The Shenzhen Composite Index is up at 1.15%. The ZSE Composite Index is also up at 1.21%. The China Index follows the same pattern, up at 1.36%. Now the question is, would that be the same order of events when we move over to the exchange at Shanghai? Well, still staying in Shanghai and China, but moving on to Shanghai, it is also all rises in index values across the board, and that clearly shows a difference in activity between the stock exchanges. The SSE Composite Index is up at 0.70%. The SSE 50 Index is up 0.45%. Star 50 Index is up at 0.90%. The SSE 180 Index, SSE 380 Index, and CSI 300 Index are all up at 0.80%, 1.32%, and 0.77% respectively. And on that note, we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be looking at commodity prices as well as our consumer price watch in the open market. You may want to be part of our social media community, mostly up on YouTube, to be part of all the conversations we've had in the past few weeks. You can go to www.youtube.com/Afia Business. And while you're there, do hit the like button. Remember, you should like and you should subscribe so you get notifications on all business-related content coming to you from Afia TV. We'll be back in a short while, the Afia Business Morning, and of course the Opening Bell segment. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. to rejoin us, and of course I am Ubong Kings. This is still the Afia Business Morning, and you are watching Opening Bell right here on Afia TV. It's time to check in on commodity prices. And well, we will start with precious metals, and incidentally, there's no activity for gold today. Gold, no activity at 0.00%. Silver, however, is up at 0.20%. Platinum follows suit, up at 0.41%. However, palladium is down at 0.95%. Away from precious metals, let's check out the activities as far as energy is concerned this morning. Energy this morning, I'm interested to know that natural gas is up, coal is up, oil Brent also up at 2.08%, 0.37% and 0.27% respectively. However, ethanol is down at 0.29%, oil bonylite is down at 2.84%, Brass River and Kwaibo are both down with the same value of 0.40%. And now let's take a look at industrial metals, which will be a final take this morning. Industrial metals, well, it may interest you to know that it is mostly rises in index values across board. The only commodity that is down is nickel at 0.25%. Iron ore, no activity recorded at 0.00%. However, aluminium is up, lead is up at 0.90% and 0.20% respectively. And then on the other hand as well, copper is up at 0.42%, zinc is up at 0.72%, and tin is also up at 0.91%. You are watching the Afia Business Morning, and this indeed is the opening bell. Do well to follow the program, join in on the conversation, pretty much watch in live on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly tap in the search bar www.youtube.com/Afia Business. And while you're there, do well to hit the like button. Remember, you should subscribe so you get notifications on all business-related content coming to you from Afia TV. Up next, we'll be taking a look at the hikes in prices of food commodities in the open market, as well as the hikes in fuel prices. And on that note, I would see you tomorrow on the opening bell when the exchange is reopened for trading. And just so you know, the Afia Business Morning will be right back with global business, where we're going to be taking a look at business news stories making the rounds all over the world. My name is Ubong Kings. Thank you for your time and stay tuned. you for rejoining me on the Afia Business Morning. Welcome to Global Business, and here we'll be taking a look at business news stories around the continent of Africa and in the rest of the world. My name is Ubong Kings. Here are the headlines that we are tracking at the moment. Starting off with business news stories in Africa, where it's reported that Kenya suffered a 16 billion shillings loss as political tensions drive investor withdrawals. Now, moving on to the foreign scene outside Africa. Now, Rolls-Royce is in the news as it has secured a contract, a nuclear submarine deal. And still from outside the continent of Africa into the world of tech, it's reported that Meta plans $65 billion investment in AI infrastructure. Bringing details of those stories and more right after this break. Stay tuned. Business right here on the Afia Business Morning, and we would begin with business news stories from Africa, where it is reported first and foremost that Kenya suffered a loss of 16 billion shillings as the country's political tensions has had a detrimental impact on its economy, prompting investors to withdraw their investments to safer markets to mitigate potential losses. However, Kenya has been grappling with escalating tensions, culminating in mass protests driven by younger generation, as the protests, which turned violent in June last year, significantly disrupted the country's political and economic stability, resulting in substantial consequences. Meanwhile, the economic impact was severe, with the Nairobi Securities Exchange PLC reporting a loss of about $600 million in investor wealth in 2 weeks due to the protests, which had seen businesses looted by protesters. Now, this story right here brings a number of things to the fore. You know, just a few weeks ago, I did report that Kenya was going through a lot of, fundamentally detrimental issues, from abduction and kidnapping to torture, as reported by human rights activists. Now, the story hasn't changed in any way whatsoever, as it is taking another dimension with a reported loss of about $600 million in investor wealth in just 2 weeks. Now, all of this is due to protests in Kenya, which has seen businesses looted by protesters. And that's not all. Kenya has also suffered a loss of 16 billion shillings as the country's political tension has had a detrimental impact on its economy. And this in itself, and of course, as expected, has prompted investors to withdraw their investments to safer markets to mitigate potential losses. Now, recall that last year, sometime in June, there were protests which turned pretty much violent, which was staged mostly by younger generation. And this incident, I must say, significantly disrupted the country's political and economic stability, resulting in substantial consequences. And this is almost a continuation of the same issues. Remember, some time ago, I did also point out that the Deputy President of Kenya did come out to say that its manufacturing industry is what would change the fortunes, as it were, of Kenya. But with this story now, pretty much shows it was just a political gimmick, more like one of those things people say to score cheap political points. But then the issue on ground is a lot of companies are exiting Kenya. But then, fingers crossed, let's see how this pans out eventually. And moving on to other business news stories, and this time we're looking at stories from the world of tech, where it is reported that Meta, the parent company of Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger, is planning to spend between $60 billion and $65 billion this year to build out an AI infrastructure. CEO Mark Zuckerberg said, joining a wave of big tech firms unveiling hefty investments to capitalize on the technology. As part of the investment, Meta will build a more than 2 gigawatt data center that will be large enough to cover a significant part of Manhattan, as the company, one of the largest customers of NVIDIA's converted artificial intelligence chips, plans to end this year with more than 1.3 million graphics processors. However, Zuckerberg expects Meta's AI assistant, available across its services including Facebook and Instagram, to serve more than 1 billion people in 2025, while its open-source Llama 4 would become the leading state-of-the-art model. Now, while I would agree, to a large extent, that every business should evolve and adapt to new trends, especially the AI trend, I worry really whether or not these trends will be the end of privacy and discretion for social media users. Let me digress a little. I say this because I don't know if you have noticed, there has been an uproar on TikTok specifically lately that Facebook is now on TikTok. Facebook is one of the companies under Meta, by the way, is now on TikTok, just after TikTok was banned, as it were, in the US. And all users are asking everyone else to ban the Facebook account on TikTok. Now, the argument here was that Facebook was there basically to monitor users on the TikTok app. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? Worthy of note is the fact that Facebook was really never on TikTok. And suddenly, after the ban of TikTok in the US, Facebook is on TikTok. How? Well, a lot of persons are speculating that some things do not really add up, potentially don't add up. Now, with this story of Meta, the parent company of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and Messenger, planning to spend between $60 billion and $65 billion this year to build out AI infrastructure, well, some things seem to be adding up. Because a lot of persons are of the opinion that this clearly states the fears of the persons on TikTok who had already clearly stated that this Facebook being on TikTok is just to monitor what they're doing. And I'm no doomsayer, but the speculations are still sketchy. However, just keep our fingers crossed and see how this turns out eventually. You're still watching Global Business right here on the Afia Business Morning on Afia TV. We'll take a short break, and when we return, more stories coming your way from the business scene. And by the way, you may want to join in on the conversation on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly go to www.youtube.com/Afia Business. While you're there, do well to hit the like button. Remember, you should subscribe and turn on notifications so you get notifications on all business-related content that we put up right there from Afia TV. Stay tuned, and when we come back, more stories from the world of aerospace after this time out. Please stay. Welcome back to the Afia Business Morning right on Afia TV. You're still watching Global Business. Now to the rest of our stories. This time we're moving on to the world of aerospace, where it is reported that airline group IAG is set to be a primary contender to buy a $1 billion stake in state-owned Portuguese carrier TAP, after a number of aviation firms, including Lufthansa and Air France-KLM, had shown interest in the Portuguese carrier. Meanwhile, the exact terms of the sale are yet to be clarified through a spokesperson at Portugal's Infrastructure Ministry has claimed that a deal will take place this year. Unfortunately, plans were halted because of a snap election in early 2024, where Portugal's previous government approved the privatization of at least 51% of TAP in late 2023. If you ask me, I would say that this is how business should be. Now, I say so because this story has it that apart from airline group IAG, Lufthansa and Air France-KLM had shown interest in buying this $1 billion stake in the state-owned Portuguese carrier TAP. Now, one may ask, what is so special about this state-owned Portuguese carrier TAP? Well, for starters, you may be interested to know that TAP is Portugal's national airline and is a major employer in the country. Take note of that. National airline, a major employer in the country. Two key things. Number two, TAP, the same airline, is a key player in Portugal's economy and tourism. Hold on. The company TAP also, the airline rather, provides transportation services for people and cargo to mainland Portugal, the Azores and Madeira. TAP also provides services to, listen to this is the part I want us to, dwell on. Service also provides services to Portuguese-speaking countries and diaspora communities. Hold on. This means that the business opportunities are pretty much endless. Let me explain. Portuguese is an official language in 9 countries and 1 special administrative region of China. Now, let me break it down. Countries like Angola, Brazil, Cape Verde, East Timor, Equatorial Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Macau, which is an SAR of China, Mozambique, Portugal, Sao Tome and Principe actually have Portuguese as their major languages, right? Now, Portuguese is also spoken in other countries, including Venezuela, the United States, take note, Japan, South Africa, Zambia, Namibia, and Malaysia. Now, what this means is that any company that eventually buys this $1 billion US stake in the state-owned Portuguese carrier TAP will have automatic access to over 15 countries as its immediate market. And that to me is a big deal. Little wonder airline group IAG, Lufthansa and Air France-KLM are showing huge interest in buying a $1 billion stake in the state-owned Portuguese carrier TAP. Now we'll see how this bid eventually pans out, because only one person will get it eventually. So fingers crossed, we'll see how that works out. And moving on, and in an attempt to end this bulletin, let's bring you this report about Rolls-Royce. For those of us who don't know, Rolls-Royce is not just a car maker. They are into a lot of things. Rolls-Royce is in the news because it's reported that Rolls-Royce Submarines Limited, a subsidiary of aerospace and defense giant Rolls-Royce Holdings, has secured a multi-year defense contract to produce nuclear submarine reactors for the Royal Navy, and is said to be Rolls-Royce's largest ever deal with the UK Ministry of Defence. The contract, termed Unity, is worth about £9 billion and is expected to span more than 8 years, with Rolls-Royce manufacturing, designing and offering support services for every nuclear reactor powering the Royal Navy's submarine fleet. Meanwhile, the deal is expected to create more than 1,000 roles while also protecting another 4,000 jobs, and is likely to go a long way in enhancing the UK's economic growth and national security. Furthermore, the Unity contract to help simplify the Royal Navy's operations while also enhancing its efficiency, as the deal will also include ongoing support for the commissioning and building of a Dreadnought-class submarine. Now, if I'm to jump into this, the particular paragraph that calls or begs for my attention is the one that says that this multi-year defense contract is expected to create more than 1,000 jobs, while also protecting another 4,000 jobs. And to me, this sounds like what the UK desperately needs at this point in time, as it has the potential to enhance the UK's economic situation, growth, and by extension, national security. Anyway, Carthage Zone actually took out the time to share with us how Rolls-Royce $9 billion nuclear submarine deal would boost jobs and security. Let's take a look real quick.
You won't believe the scale of this deal. Rolls-Royce just bagged a £9 billion contract. The UK Ministry of Defence has just awarded Rolls-Royce a monumental £9 billion contract to power the next generation of nuclear submarines. This 8-year deal, dubbed Unity, promises to create over 1,000 new jobs while safeguarding 4,000 existing ones. Beyond job creation, this agreement will deliver £400 million in savings by consolidating previous contracts. It covers new Dreadnought-class submarines and kicks off contracts under the AUKUS Defence Alliance, bringing the UK, US, and Australia closer together. Rolls-Royce isn't just stopping there. They're expanding facilities and launching a nuclear skills academy in Derby to boost expertise. Defence Secretary John Healey hails this as a major win for British business and national security. Economists and union leaders agree. This is a game changer for the workforce and economy alike. Rolls-Royce's £9 billion deal, it's more than just a contract, it's a leap towards a safer, stronger future.
Oh well, we'll follow with the stories as they unfold and keep you in the loop. Remember, you may want to get to our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel, watching live, drop in a comment or two. Kindly type in the search bar www.youtube.com/@Afia Business. While you're there, do hit the like button. Remember, you should subscribe and turn on notifications so you get notified on all business-related content that we put up on that channel from Afia TV. You're still watching the Afia Business Morning on Afia TV. Coming up next will be the Eastern Business Report, and we'll be taking out the time to look at the conversations we had in the previous week. The Afia Business Morning and, of course, Eastern Business Report will be coming to you soon. My name is Ubong Kings. Stay tuned.
the state of the continent of Africa? How shall we interact with the rest of the world? Are we going to relate with the world in terms of donations or in terms of trade? Africa must define what she wants politically. Africa must define herself culturally. Africa must define herself spiritually, because Africa has no choice but to move forward, and forward she will move.
Many would wonder what attracts the Igbos to their homelands during this festive season. For most people, it is to attend the innumerable cultural festivals. At sundown, the Oni emerges in full white regalia, and on his head sits Adare, the bearded crown believed to be worn by Oduduwa, the first king of Yoruba race. The Ngo people believe that the festival is as old as creation. Egungun is a unique cultural tradition practiced by the Yoruba of Western Nigeria.
Those who have died off, they are now coming in.
They are believed to be visible manifestation of the spirits of departed ancestors who periodically revisit the living relatives.
My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Akwamaga. I am Chioma Akbala.
My name is Ifulaya Ndule, but I'm living in a market begin.
My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Akwamaga. I am Chioma Akbala.
My name is Ifulaya Ndule, but I'm living in a market begin.
What are your thoughts on the spate of sex for grades in Nigerian universities?
This very issue of owing salary should be criminalized.
How can they amplify their voices?
People don't have evidence. You want to get to know about it? Have to stay tuned right here on Afia Morning Show to get the pulse and the feel of that.
Join us on Gyno Plus every Wednesday at 6 p.m. right on Afia TV, DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17, where we will delve into health issues affecting girls and women in society.
Breastfeeding doesn't even cause breastfeeding. The frequency of breastfeeding means the approach you take to make sure that your well-being is maintained.
Welcome to the latest and most amazing show on here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break.
You don't sing along.
I did sing. For real.
You're not a backup singer.
That's what they do for it.
It's a brand new week and another opportunity for us to gist and me to tell you, bring all the spice, all the things that are hot, trending and exclusive on social media. Sometimes I know there is constructive criticism. I know that you know how to quote it. So for the people that don't understand, I want to be like, oh, why are you doing this?
Please, I'm not a cross-dresser. I'm only doing this because of the money on Facebook.
There are some people you need to just tell the truth brutally. Let it hurt them. Give it hot.
Afia TV official, exclusive every weekday on Afia TV.
Time check, it's 2 p.m. and it's time for us to vibe, chill, and relax. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break on Afia TV. So Lunch Break is all about the music, it's all about fun, it's all about entertainment, it's all about entertaining gossip and stories from social, it's all about the latest trends, it's about what's lit, it's all about the game with our guests, and yes, in general, I like to say it's all about the vibes and vibes only.
Welcome to Afia TV, your go-to channel for excellent news and incredible shows that keeps you IEI, that is, informed, entertained, and inspired. Need a break?
Ladies and germs, welcome to Lunch Break on Afia TV.
Join Choco to vibe and chill on Lunch Break at 2 p.m. for the latest trends in music and entertainment.
Not like I have big money.
Dive into the world of innovation and creativity with Rochelle on Anka.
It means art in English.
Where creative minds and groundbreaking ideas come to life. Tune in every weekday at 8 p.m. Do not miss Afia TV Official, your perfect dose of laughter, where they discuss what is currently trending on social media every day at 5:30 p.m. on Afia TV.
But in this economy, the savings will save you, man.
And that's not all. Stay tuned for more exciting shows on Afia TV. Catch us on DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17.
Good evening to you, viewer, and welcome to Women in Business, a show that profiles women, executives, and even the next door store owner, showcasing Igbo greatness to the world.
I started always obsessed with books ever since I was a child.
The stress of always converting naira to dollar and
an incompetent means an incompetent person.
Join me every weekday on the Afia Business Morning as we bring to you a trilogy of business segments. The opening bell where we see activities from our select stock exchanges. The global business where we bring you up to speed on business activities making the rounds all over the world. And we bring the conversation home on the segment Eastern Business Reports as we discuss business activities and issues bedeviling businesses in the Southeast region. My name is Ubon Kings. Join